Hello.
Hello, hello. Before we start, I would like to talk about this one in which I was confused, and it was because I didn't remember. I remember, but for a moment I thought that in the case of T, when it's followed by P, B, and N, it changes to P. And I thought it was B wasn't included. I thought instead of B, it was T. So that was why I got confused. But the right answer was letter C. Because when we have T that is followed by P, B, or M, it changes to P. So it was light blue. Light blue. So it was letter C. And regarding Cristobal's comment on the chat that says blood pressure, that's correct because when we have D followed by P, B, or M, it changes to B. So it is an example, but it changes to a different one. So instead of P, it changes to B, with blood pressure. Blood pressure. With that being said, we are now going to move on to the second part of the lesson. And just give me a second. So for this second part of the lesson, as I already mentioned, we are going to continue working with linking and intrusion, but first we are going to play a game. And this game, it's called Who I Am. In this game, you will be given a set of 5 clues and you will have to try to guess which famous character or person is being talked about. You can ask more questions if you are not sure about who the character or the famous person may be. So good luck. And this is the first person. And it says, this person is British. It has 30 years old. Has been famous since a very early age. Has an English literature degree. It's a UN, United Nations Goodwill Ambassador. So who do you think this person is?
That's Emma Watson.
Emma Watson? Yes.
Yes.
Let's see. You're right. She is Emma Watson. She is a very successful woman. She's a very known actress, very talented, and very smart, by the way. So yeah, she was Emma Watson. This is the second person. This is a person from the US. This person has a reality TV show, is married to a famous rapper, has 4 kids, and is currently studying to become a lawyer. Patricia, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I think that is Kim Kardashian.
Is it? Let's see. Exactly. Is Kim Kardashian West, the famous person from Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And now, the last person of the day. And it says, used to be part of a band, has green eyes, has 56 tattoos, has curly hair, and is a singer and an actor. Who this person is? By the word actor, you can tell it's a male. So, who this person is?
Harry Styles.
Let's see. It was indeed Harry Styles, the one and only Harry Styles. So congratulations, you guessed them all very quickly. I thought it was going to take you longer, or that you were going to ask more questions, but you were absolutely correct on your first guesses. And now we are going to move on to the topic of the second hour, which is features of connected speech once again. And I am going to tell you this once again. Remember that when we speak, we do it continuously. We do not stop between, well, sometimes we do, but usually we don't speak like robots. That's what I am trying to say with this. We don't speak, or I mean, we don't pronounce words in isolation when we speak. And that's why in linguistic, this sequence is called connected speech. It's because connected speech is the opposite to pronouncing words in isolation. It's the opposite of pronouncing words continuously. So I don't know if you remember this, but last session we were talking about linking an intrusive R, and we are going to have a recap today. And it says that linking R is when we spell words with an at the end, but because and the following word begins with a vowel sound, but because of the non-rhotic accent the person has to have in order to pronounce the linking R, the final it's usually dropped, or the final R is usually dropped. So we don't usually pronounce the final R in non-rhotic accents, and that's why we use it. It's because we use it to link the one word with the following one when the following one begins with a vowel. And remember that this is only in non-rhotic accents, like we already mentioned, in British accent, in accents from New York, New Jersey, or from New Zealand, Australian, like Aussie or Kiwi accent. Yeah, I think those were the ones I mentioned. And as an example, we have his hair is dark. His hair is dark. But you have to keep in mind that usually the word hair is pronounced as hair. We don't, in non-rhotic accents, we don't pronounce the final R in hair. So we say hair. So instead of saying his hair is dark, we say his hair is dark. In isolation, or at the end of a sentence, that word may be like, oh, I don't like my hair. I don't like my hair. Or if the following sentence begins with a consonant, we also don't pronounce the final R. But because here in this case it says hair is, we say hair is. So for instance, I don't like my hair, but like his, because his hair is dark. I mean, it's dark. We don't pronounce the R there as well. So I don't like my hair, but like his, because his hair is dark. And then we have another example, and it says better example. And remember that the word better, we usually don't pronounce the final R sound as well. We just pronounced the schwa at the end in better. But because of the linking R, we are going to pronounce the final R sound, and we're going to say better example. Better example. Better example. Instead of saying better example, we're going to say better example. And we have two examples there, and the first one is the car was mine. The car was mine. We don't pronounce the final R sound because the following word begins with a consonant sound. But in the case of the second one, we say the car is mine. The car is mine. The car is mine. Instead of saying the car was mine, the car was mine. Car was, and then car is. Car was and car is. So now we are going to practice. Oh, first I am going to do another thing. First, I am going to ask you to pronounce this. So Amaya, You are now the first one on my list. So, Amaya, can you pronounce the 3 examples, please? This one, and this one.
Okay. His his hair is dark. A better example.
Yes.
The car is mine.
The car is mine. Thank you very much. That was good. Now we are going to do a little practice of the linking R. And the first one is, it says, don't go out after 8. So I am pronouncing this one. Don't go out after 8. Cristóbal,
Yes, miss.
can you include the linking R in that sentence?
Okay, so it should be like don't go out after 8. After 8.
After 8. Perfect. That's it. See? We don't say don't go after 8. And you already pronounced the example, so thank you very much. Number 2, it says, she's going to major in English. She's going to major in English. Maria Fernanda,
Yes.
can you add the linking R in this example, please? In number 2.
Okay. She's going to major in English.
Perfect. And when do we include the linking R?
Oh.
In which? Because this is the way I was pronouncing it. She is going to major in English.
Yes. Oh, it's major in English because in it's a vowel.
So here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was correct. Thank you very much. Now in example number 3, it says, is your hometown far away? Far away. Far away. Patricia, can you help me with number 3, please?
Okay. Is your hometown far away? I think that we need to add the R in far away.
Far away. Okay, can you pronounce using the R right there?
Is your hometown far away?
Perfect. So is your hometown far away? We had the linking R after far. So that was right. Thank you very much.
I was thinking about that in your we need to add it too, but the next one is not a vowel sound, right?
Yes, that's a glottal.
Yeah.
It's a consonant. Yeah. Thank you very much. So now, last but not least, Sebastian. The sentence is, say that over and over again. Can you add the linking R, please?
Say that over and over again.
And where do we add the linking R?
In the 2 overs.
So here, can you pronounce the example again, please?
Say that over and over again.
Thank you very much. So say that over and over again. Over and over and over. That's correct. So that's the place where we put the linking R. So now we are going to move on to the linking. After the linking, we're going to move on to the intrusive R. And it says, and because I remember last class, it was a little bit hard for you to understand the intrusive R. Now I have provided you with another explanation of it, which is more detailed, and it's going to help you to understand when to add the intrusive R. And it says, when a word ends in o, a, e, and a, sound, and the next word begins with a vowel sound, and R is not an R sound is sometimes added between those words, even if there is no R in the spelling. So what this means is that when a word ends in one of these vowels, like O, a schwa, a diphthong, the diphthong I, and A, we add an R to link those sounds with the following vowel sound in order to add the intrusive R. So when that's followed by a vowel, we add the intrusive R. So, and as an example, we have China and India. But because this happens in a non-rhotic accent, we are going to say China and India, China and India, China and India. The same happens with the case of the United States of America, and we are going to add intrusive R because the following word is. So we are going to pronounce this with an intrusive R, and we are going to say the United States of America is a big country. And the same happens with the last one, in which we have a banana, and it's followed by is as well, and we're going to say a banana is a yellow fruit. So we have China and India, the United States of America is a big country, and a banana is a yellow fruit. Amaya, can you pronounce the examples, please? This one and these two ones.
All right. China and India.
And now adding the intrusive R.
The United States of America is a big country. A banana is a yellow fruit.
And can you pronounce them now including the R sound, like after China, adding China and India, and America is a big country, and banana is a yellow fruit, please?
China and India. The United States of America is a big country. A banana are a yellow fruit.
I was going to say it's easier for you if you pronounce the word in which you are going to pronounce the linking R, the intrusive R, as only one word. So it's easier for you to say America is instead of saying America is. It's easier if you say America is, and the same thing happens with banana and China and India. You say China in India, or banana is. So you can all try to pronounce again, trying to remember that. That is easier if you link them. Banana is a yellow fruit, the United States of America is a big country, and China and India.
Again?
Yes, please.
China and India. The United States of America is
America is.
America is a big country. A banana is a yellow fruit.
Banana is a yellow fruit. Yeah. Now, in order to clarify this, we are going to watch a video. That was the same video from which I took out some examples last class. Please let me know if you cannot listen to this, because I was receiving the same message I tend to receive that says that the audio was not going to work. So if you don't hear the person speaking or the music from the video, please let me know.
No.
You cannot listen to it?
No.
Okay, thank you. What about now? Oh, sorry.
Yes. No.
Oh, no.
Hi, I'm Tim, and this is my pronunciation workshop. Here, I'm going to show you how English is really spoken. It'll help you become a better listener and a more fluent speaker. Come on, let's go inside. Have you ever seen a ghost? No, of course you haven't, because they don't exist. But have you ever heard a sound that wasn't there? Well, if you've listened to lots of real English, you probably have. We asked the people of London what they think is the most important thing the government should prioritise. This is what they said.
I think law and order is important.
Yes, I think law and order is important.
Law and order is very important.
We all think that law and order is important.
I think law and order is very important.
Meet my boys. Law and order. Join them together with the word and you can hear another sound after the word law. Listen out for it.
I think law and order is important.
Yes, I think law and order is important.
Law and order is very important.
We all think that law and order is important.
I think law and order is very important.
In fluent speech, if a word ends in an or sound, like law, and the next word begins in an you'll often hear a r sound linking them together. Law and order. Law and order. Law and order is easier to say than law and order. It flows better, and this is called intrusion. Now, this is a little bit controversial. It doesn't happen in all accents, and some people do say it's not the proper way to speak. But it is something that you'll hear. Just remember the r sound is not very strong. Here are some other examples.
Can you draw a circle freehand?
My dog hurt its paw on some broken glass. There was a flaw in the argument.
I saw a good film last night.
Right, so you've heard the examples. Now it's your turn. Are you ready to give it a try? Listen and repeat.
Can you draw a circle freehand?
My dog hurt its paw on some broken glass. There was a flaw in the argument.
I saw a good film last night.
How did you do? Well done. Now, if you want to read more about this
So that was the recap of intrusiva, and I don't know if this is more, I mean, do you understand this concept better or not? Better or not?
Yes.
Yes. So now we are going to do this sentence in which we have a banana or an apple. Here we have one linking R and one intrusive R. Can you tell me where the linking and where the intrusive R are?
The intrusive is in banana, and I think after we pronounce the intrusive R, we can use that R to linking or, and then another linking in ran, oran.
Oran,
It's like
right? And can you pronounce this including a linking R and intrusive R, please?
a banana or an apple.
A banana or an apple. Banana or an apple. Yeah, that's right. You're completely. I mean, you're correct. That's where the linking R happens and when the intrusive R happens. So a banana or an apple. Here was the phonetic transcription, so you can see the intrusive R and the linking R. Because usually with non-rhotic accent they say o instead of saying or. They say o or o. Instead of or. So yeah, that's it. And now we are going to move on to another feature, which is the linking ja. And as an example, well, I don't have my cup of tea here right with me, but I always have a cup of tea in the morning. So I always have a cup of tea in the morning. And it says, we use linking ja in spoken English when word ends in one of the following sounds. I as in by, E as in tea, A as in today or just day, and oi as in boy. And if the next word begins with a vowel sound, any vowel sound. So we are going to use a linking ja to link one of these four vowel sounds between, as I already mentioned, a word that ends with one of these vowel sounds and one that begins with another vowel sound. It doesn't matter what a vowel sound is. And I don't know if you could notice, but instead of saying I always, I say I always. I always. So I'm using a linking J here. I always. Instead of saying I always. Now we have some examples. And the examples are with I, with a long E, with A, and last but not least with oi. Oops. So the first one is I ate pizza last night. I ate pizza last night. And the second one is I own a camera. I own a camera. Then we have but first, how many are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maria Fernanda, can you pronounce those examples? I ate.
Okay.
And I own.
I ate pizza last night. I own a camera.
Thank you very much. Something that we need to remember about this is that the J, it's not a strong sound. So it's not as strong as it is probably the linking R or the intrusive R, even though the intrusive, for instance, is less prominent than the other one. So this is a soft sound. It's not strong, and it's in your mouth usually use the produce this sound naturally when we speak. So it's not something that we're doing consciously, because I don't think we say I ate pizza when we are speaking. We say I ate. So it's something that we do kind of in a natural way. So the second one is he always says that, and he always has his English class on Tuesday. So he always. And the second one, the same thing. He, instead of saying he always, we say he always. Patricio, can you pronounce those examples, please?
Okay. Um, he always says that. He always has his English classes on Tuesdays.
Thank you very much. Now for examples number 6 and 5, we have A, and we say day after day after the day after day after day, day after day after, and then Tuesday and Thursday. Here, for instance, I think it's easier in the first one to notice because if you say day after, it's not that noticeable. But when we slow down the pace, we can hear the day after day after day, yeah, day after day, yeah. That's the yeah sound. So it's not day after day. We say day after day, yeah. So for this one, day after day, and Tuesday and Tuesday and Tuesday, yen, yeah, and Thursday. So for this one, Sebastian, can you pronounce those examples, please? No, it's okay. Amaya, can you pronounce the examples, please? Day after day, and Tuesday and Thursdays.
The examples 5 and 6,
Yes.
day after day, Tuesday and Saturday, not
Now,
Tuesday.
in the second one, can you pronounce that without making a stop after the Tuesday? Tuesday and, like, try to say it one after the other.
Tuesday and Thursday.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Now, for the last two examples of hoy, we have boy and a girl, boy and a girl, and there's a toy on the floor. So the first one says boy and girl, boy and girl. And the second one, there is a toy on the floor. Toy on. There's a toy on the floor. There's a toy on the floor. So the first one, boyan, and the second one, toyan. Cristobal, can you pronounce these examples, please?
Yes, miss. Boy and girl, there's a toy on the floor.
Thank you very much. With that, now that we have pronounced this, I have something else to tell you. And it's that we use the linking ja when we pronounce the word the in English. But not but this doesn't happen when the word the is followed by a vowel. What I want to say is that, for instance, we have the word the, right? And we pronounce this as the. But when the following sound begins with a vowel sound, instead of saying the, we are going to say the with an e at the end. But only if the following word begins with a vowel sound. So that's why instead of saying the animal, we say the animal. Or that's why instead of saying the elephant, we say the elephant. The elephant. The elephant. The same happens with the case of the igloo. I mean, it's not the igloo, it's the igloo. And then we have an example that says, I prefer the blue one to the orange one. So in this case, it's pronounced as the in the first part because the following word begins with a consonant sound. And then on the second part, we say the orange because the orange begins with a vowel sound. So in this case, we're going to use the instead of the. Is this clear?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Patricia?
So in the last example will be something like the orange?
The orange. Yeah,
Okay.
it is. We use a Lincoln J, but it's not that prominent. And you are going to watch another video now, and you are going to notice that it's very unnoticeable. I pronounce the feature with a lot of, I mean, kind of prominent because for you to understand this. But usually is very soft and it's almost not noticeable. So is the orange.
Yeah,
The orange. Huh?
because in igloo, I think that it's very difficult to identify it. I mean, the igloo, it's like hard to catch it.
Yeah, I think that yeah, it's difficult because we say the igloo, the igloo, the igloo, it's like a ye, very, very, very soft. The igloo,
Yeah.
the igloo. So yeah. As I already mentioned, now we're going to watch a video, and please let me know if you cannot listen to it, please.
Hi, I'm Tim, and this is my pronunciation workshop. Here, I'm going to show you how English is really spoken. Come on, let's go inside. Are you a creature of habit? For example, do you have a routine in the mornings? Every morning, I like to have a cup of tea and a chocolate biscuit. This is what some people in London told us when we asked them what they do in the mornings.
I always have some breakfast.
I always go to the gym in the morning. I always drink a glass of warm water when I wake up.
One thing that happens when we speak English fluently is that we sometimes add sounds between words to link them together more smoothly and easily. Listen again. Can you hear another sound between the words I and always?
I always have some breakfast.
I always go to the gym in the morning. I always drink a glass of warm water when I wake up.
Did you catch it? It's hardly there, but when one word ends in an I, E, A, or OI sound, and the next word begins in a vowel sound, we can smooth the link out by adding a small Y sound. I always becomes I always. This is sometimes called the linking Y, but be careful. Your mouth normally does this naturally as it changes shape between the sounds. You don't actually want to add a full Y sound. Here are some more examples.
When I go on holiday, I just want to lie on the beach.
The end of the film was brilliant.
I ate the whole cake in one go.
It was too high up for me to reach.
Right, now you've heard the examples, and now it's your turn. You know the drill. Listen and repeat.
When I go on holiday, I just want to lie on the beach.
The end of the film was brilliant.
I ate the whole cake in one go.
It was too high up for me to reach.
Well done. And remember, if you want to learn...
That was the link in chat. If you have any questions, please let me know. Because now we're going to move on to the linking wa, and this is the last feature we are going to cover today. And it says that when a word ends in a u, and the next word begins with a vowel, we put a wa sound to link these two words. So in this case, it's a link between an u and a vowel. And as an example, we have you all grew up. You all grew up. You all grew up. Then number 2, it says when I do it, when do I have to attend? And including the linking or, we have when do I have to attend? When do I have to attend? When do I have to attend? Then number 3 says, now I can do it. Now I can do it too often. Do it too often. I can do it too often. And number 4 says, now I know. Now I know. I don't know if you could notice that now I what no do it or too often do I do it's not do I, it's do I, or to attend, it's not to attend, it's to attend. So now Sebastian, can you pronounce the examples, please? The first 2 ones. Sebastian. Patricio?
Yes.
Can you pronounce the 2 first examples, please?
Okay. You all grow up, and when do I have to attend? when do I have to attend?
Perfect. Thank you very much. Now, Maria Fernanda, can you pronounce example number 3 and 4, please?
Yes. I can't do it too often. Now I know.
Thank you very much. Amaya, can you pronounce the examples number 1 and 2, please?
You are grown up. When do I have to attend?
Thank you very much. Yeah, the other one, Patricio, you are not there, right? I mean, Patricio, you are here. Sebastian, you are the one who cannot use your mic. Use their mic, right? I'm going to pronounce the last two ones. I can do it too often, and now I know. So now we are going to watch a final video, and after that we are going to finish the session. So this is the last video.
Hi, I'm Tim, and this is my pronunciation workshop. Here, I'm going to show you how English is really spoken. It'll help you become a better listener and a more fluent speaker. Come on, let's go inside. When we speak English fluently, we sometimes add extra sounds in between the words to help them link together. Now, have a look at my feet. What's wrong with this? Let's ask the people of London.
The shoe is on the other foot.
The shoe is on the wrong foot.
The shoe is on the wrong foot.
The shoe is on the wrong foot.
Shoe ends in the sound oo, and is begins with the sound I. But can you hear another sound linking them together? Have another listen.
The shoe is on the other foot.
The shoe is on the wrong foot.
The shoe is on the wrong foot.
The shoe is on the wrong foot.
When one word ends in an oo sound and the next begins in a vowel sound, we can just about hear another sound in between. This sound is a bit like w. So the shoe is becomes the shoe is. This is called the linking w, but to remember that it's not a full w sound. It happens because the mouth moves from an oo sound to a vowel sound, and on the way it passes through the w mouth shape. Here are some more examples.
When do I have to be there?
I haven't got a clue at all.
That glue is really strong.
I really can't do it.
So, you've heard the examples, and now it's your turn. Are you ready? Listen and repeat.
When do I have to be there?
I haven't got a clue at all.
That glue is really strong.
I really can't do it.
Well done. Now remember, if
So that was the last piece of, that was the last video we were going to watch today, and now we're going to have the recap. And as you could be able to see, we had during the first hour a recap on assimilation. We have a formative quiz, and then the second hour was about linking and intrusion. So if you have any questions now, please let me know. You can ask them now. When we talk about linking and intrusion, it's about linking sounds together. We don't modify them, we include another sound. Whereas in assimilation, we have a change in sounds, in phonemes, from one phoneme to the other, or when we have a fusion between two phonemes. So do you have any questions? Is more clear the concept of intrusive R now? Intrusive R?
Yes.
Yes. So if there's no if there's no questions, I think it's time to finish the session here. Teacher Bruno, Professor Bruno, do you want to add anything before we finish the session?
Sorry, struggling with the microphone. No, I think it's a very, very clear, again, very organized and clear lesson with lots of class participation from students. So congrats to them, because this class is always participating, right? And so that is not something that we see quite often in all the sections. And even if it's a small class, there's a lot of participation on their part. So again, congrats. And just a very small thought about these linking features, because they are there. Some speakers may use them, some speakers may not. Particularly if you hear a speaker who speaks very slow, there may be some chances that he or she is not using these features of connected speech because the pace in which he or she is speaking is slow. But there's a high probability, right, when the speaker speaks quite fast, because the tongue needs, to get ready for the next sound. The sounds are linked whether the speaker wants to do it, or even if the speaker is not aware, is always going to link the sounds if he or she is speaking quite fast. So important thing to remember that you as a speaker have the decision to use or not to use the features of connected speech. But if you speak at a normal or rapid pace, probably you're not going to have more opportunities. I mean, decisions, right? You will use them whether you like it or not. So that's one reflection. And also the this linking w and linking ye. Always found them more than linking sort of intrusive, because they are not there, they're not in the spelling, they are sort of intruding, but they're also helping to connect. So that's a matter of personal opinion, anyway. Thank you very much, Ms. Javiera, for a wonderful lesson, and all of you for your participation again.
You're welcome, and thank you everyone for the participation. So yeah, I think that's the end of the lesson. I will see you. I mean, the Professor Bruno is going to see you on Friday. So goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, Ms. Javiera.
Bye.
Goodbye. Sorry, my microphone. Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.